Okay, so I'm impatient and I'm not going to wait for this to cool down. I'm just going to use it like that because you can. So you can take a spoon and you're just going to pour it in like that. Not all the way up. I don't know if you can see. I'll bring this into the light, but there's about a 1/2 inch little lip that I left there. And that's because this ganache is going to go back in the fridge and that's going to harden a little bit. And then we're going to top it off with more chocolate. And then we'll pop these little guys out. So I'm going to finish filling them up just like that. Not all the way to the top. Okay, so now we have our mold. And the ganache, it got a little stiff. You can see that if I turn it over on its side, it's not coming out or anything. And you want this to be really, really cold. That's what it works the best, when it's really, really cold. And I'm remelted the leftover chocolate that I have. And you could take your brush and dip it in again and then fill up the top. But the easiest way, I think, it's slightly messy, but it's the best way to do it, is to take your spoon and your melted chocolate and just pour it over the top like that. So I'm going to keep doing that. Pour it over the top. If you put too much, that's okay because you're going to scrape it out in 1 second. But you just want to make sure that it's really covered everywhere. The ganache isn't going to come out, and you just want to pat it down almost. So you don't want to miss any. And what this is doing is sealing the ganache inside of the truffle. Okay, so I'm going to finish this and be right back.
Now go.
Okay, so I filled up all of my little... Okay, so
Mold?
I filled up my mold. And I just scraped one side and I'm going to do the other side. And you can do the back of a knife, a butter knife or anything like that. This is just a bench scraper. And you take it and you just scrape it off like that. And that really makes sure that there's nothing left on the side. It's nice and flat. And then one more time. And you want to do this quick because the chocolate will settle really quickly. And you want to make sure, like this last one here might not work for me because I waited a little too long. But you just want to make sure that there's no chocolate left. Okay. Now you take a napkin and you just clean up around it. As good as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as there's no big chunks, because what's going to happen is when you pop these out, if you have like a big line of chocolate sticking out, it's going to come off with the truffle, and you want the base to be nice and flat. So something like this here, just want to try to clean it off, and this. And what you can do too is warm up your napkin with a little hot water, and then it'll make sure that the chocolate will melt right off. Just try not to get any water. Ooh. Try not to get any water in the truffle. That's good. So now we're going to put this in the fridge and wait till it gets hard. Okay, we're back and they're really cold, and you can tell I'm touching it. It's not coming off. It's nice and hard. I know they look really gross, especially on the bottom, and they're not really appetizing, but the easiest way to do this is kind of like an ice tray. You want to bend it up a little bit, and especially the part where it's there, you want to, I'm pushing the bottom here while I'm pressing this down, and I'm pushing the bottom up, and it'll just pop up. And if you can put it over your hand and just flip it inside out and give it, oh, one popped out, and there you go. You see how it's nice and shiny, and I just have a little box here, and you can fit 2 in there, and you can give this away as like a Valentine's Day present. I think it's really cute, especially in like a little black box like this. Maybe not this little, she might expect a ring, but I think it's really cute, and it's just a really nice way of saying that, you know, you love somebody. I think it's really cute, and it's a really nice way of saying that, you know, you love somebody and you took the time and effort to make them something with your own bare hands. So That's a really nice presentation. Or you can actually go out and buy one of those, like, go to the dollar store and buy one of those heart boxes if you wanted to. So I'm just going to take off the rest of them. And the easiest way to do it is to put down a paper towel, just to kind of protect them a little bit. And you just want to shake it up, hit it up a little bit, and they'll just pop out. If you did it right and there's no real chocolate around the edge, they should all come out really easy. Just be careful not to do any damage to your mold, because you can wash this off with hot water, get all the chocolate off, dry it out really well, and you'll be able to use this so many times. And literally, okay, this one's being a jerk, but these molds literally, I think it was like $2 something, and you know, the chocolate was like $2 and something cents. The heavy cream was like $1. So they look really nice, and it's really cheap. And you see, because we tempered the chocolate the correct way, they're really shiny, really nice. And another really cool thing you can do is take a little bit, sorry, hold on a second. Turn it off. Another really cool thing you can do is take a little bit of melted chocolate like this, and then just dip your brush in and brush the truffle on the top just so it's kind of wet again. And then you can sprinkle a little sea salt or any nuts and make it stand out. I'm just going to take a slightly damp brush, and this is just food grade sprinkles, I guess. I don't know what exactly you would call them, but it's a really, really super fine powder that's edible, and it just gives things a really pretty pinkish shine. And I'm just going to take it, and then I'm just going to dab it all over this truffle, and it's going to give it such a pretty pink shimmer. It's going to look really nice. You can even do it with your finger. Just get some on your finger and then just dab it all around. And they'll look really, really nice. And they come in a lot of different colors. Pink and white and green and blue. Here's another one in white that I can do. And if you make a lot of different fillings, you'll be able to tell, you know, the pink is coffee flavor, the white is regular, the plain one has nuts inside or jelly, and it's just really pretty. Anybody would love to get this. I mean, look at how pretty that looks. Super cheap, really easy, and I was here at probably 11 and it's 12:30 now, so an hour and a half of work, a couple dollars, super easy, really nice. Thanks. Good luck baking.